friends, here I am gonna show you some questions of iibf examinations. First question is, consider the following statements regarding universal account number UAN for Employee Provident Fund EPF. An UAN is allotted to EPF subscribers to make Provident Fund account more portable and universally accessible by centrally compiling and digitizing their information. The portability of the Social Security benefits to the labor of organized sector across the jobs and geographic areas will be ensured. Which of the above statements are correct? Both 1 and 2 statements are correct. In a financial market where information is symmetric, the same information would be known by both parties in a transaction. Which of the following can be identified as a demat account? Accounts in which shares of companies are traded in electronic form. A central bank wishing to reduce the rate of credit expansion would typically raise the price of repurchase agreements with the banking system. Bank does not give loan against lottery ticket. A risk-averse investor will always prefer an investment with a certain return to one with the same expected return but any amount of uncertainty. What is RuPay debit card? All of the above. Domestic debit card introduced by National Payments Corporation of India, accepted at all ATMs and POS machines. The theory of efficient market states that prices of financial instruments reflect all available information. A risk-averse investor will always prefer an investment with a certain return to one with the same expected return but any amount of uncertainty. Consider the following statements regarding Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana PMSBY. It is aimed at providing accidental insurance cover at a highly affordable premium of 12 rupee per year. The scheme will be available to people in the age group 18 to 70 years with a savings bank account. Both 1 and 2 statements are correct. Previously, financial markets are located in which of the following? Coffee houses or taverns. If the monetary standard based on gold, it is called gold standard. What does treasury bills mean? Obligation of Government of India issued by Reserve Bank of India and payable normally 91 days after issue. Bank does not provide loans for drinking and gambling. Which of the following best expresses the proceeds a lender receives from a simple loan? PV 1 plus I. The loans sanctioned by banks, NBFCs, MFIs on or after dash up to 10 lakh for small business income generating activities are known as PMMY loans. 8 April 2015. The segmented markets theory of term structure suggests that investors have strong preferences for bonds of a particular maturity. Beside default risk, which one if the following factor affects the return on bond? Taxes. An IPO loan is meant for which of the following purposes? For starting a new industry. In today's changing banking scenario, aggressive promotions of business is necessary. Where the competition exists on dash, select the appropriate option for the bank space provided in the sentence. Use of advanced digital technology. The scope of activities to be undertaken by the business correspondents will not include payment of demand draft not exceeding rupee 1000. Mangalia refers to widow remarriage scheme. Consider the following statements. Allahabad Bank was the first bank to establish exclusively by Indians. 7 banks forming subsidiary of State Bank of India was nationalized in 1960. Which of the statements given above are correct? Both 1 and 2 statements are correct. In India, the first bank of limited liability is managed by Indians and founded in 1881 was Awadh Commercial Bank. State true or false? A key punch operator's job is operationally the same as the computer operator's job. False. NEFT is the most prominent electronic fund transfer system of India. True. What should be the minimum net worth of NBFC MFI registered in Northeast State? 2 crore rupee. In the second nationalization of commercial banks, banks were nationalized. 6. Who introduced the Banking Ombudsman Scheme (ARBI)? RBI. SEBI, a regulator of securities market in India, was established in the year 1988 but was empowered with statutory powers in the form of Act in the year 1992. What is meant by Aadhaar seeding? Linking of Aadhaar with bank account. What does retail banking mean? Giving consumer loans to various public. What does SME mean? Small and medium enterprises. This is mean, not men. Which bank came into existence in 1921 when 3 banks, namely Bank of Bengal 1806, Bank of Bombay 1840 and Bank of Madras 1843 were reorganized and amalgamated to form a single banking entity, Imperial Bank of India. Rural banking's product includes which of the following? All of the above. Agriculture banking product, microcredit, agriculture credit. State true or false? Asking the client questions is usually appropriate only when it is an honest attempt to gather information what the counselor needs and the client can provide. True or false? True. Loss of trust due to unauthorized activity on customer account is concerned with reputational risk. A business correspondent bank is retail agent engaged by banks for providing banking services at locations where opening of branch banking not viable. What is the minimum contribution per annum during a financial year under Swavlambhani scheme? 1000 rupee. UIDAI stands for Unique Identification Authority of India. The single most important skill financial counselors have is their technical expertise. False. His ability to communicate is the most important skill. What is the full form of SWIFT? Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. State true or false? The computerized processing of data can only be applied to the field of business. True. What is the main purpose of NPS Lite initiated by the government? Both A and B. NPS Lite is weaker section of society. NPS Lite is economically disadvantaged sections of society. The District Level Implementation Committee for Implementation and Monitoring of PMJDY scheme is headed by District collector. Computer software is normally classified as system software and application software. True. Balance inquiry is a kind of financial transaction. Non-financial transaction. The types of business-to-business e-commerce are all of the above: direct selling and support to business, industry portals, information sites about industry. Business data processing is handled by a unit separate from the user groups in many businesses. True. Thank you, my friends. Good luck.